Today we've got 4 rounds, 1 minute on, 20 off. We'll see if we can get through the 4 rounds. We might not quite get to the end of the fourth. Medium weights today, and I would say have your lighter weights to hand. We're going to be doing some deadlifts. You may choose to have a heavier weight for that, or you can stay with your mediums, keep it simple, and stay with the same weights. All right. A couple of exercises where I'm going to give you options and alternatives to progress it or take it back or just make it more appropriate, taking into account different needs and etc. etc. All right, so let me just check my time. Okay, get going. Great, great, great. All right, feet parallel, and let's just start. Big full arm circles, and I want you to circle 3 times as you breathe in, 3 times as you breathe out. In for 3, out for 3. You know this, I know that you know this, but I'm going to say it anyway, making sure that this isn't happening. So you are using this for 2 things, well, 3 things: raising your heart rate, bringing your focus to your center, and starting to really wake up that connection as you mobilize your shoulders. I suppose that's 4 things technically, but never mind, who's counting? Breathe in for 3, breathe out for 3. Let's have another 10 seconds. Come on, keep that pace up. I want you to raise your heart rate. I want you to really get that strong connection to your center. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Take your feet out wide. So if you're a little bit suspicious with your hamstrings, I know one of us we're aware of, you're going to have a bend in your knees. Otherwise, legs are straight. And we're going for our starfish or standing saw. One arm to the opposite foot. Stand tall. When you come back up, don't rush to stand tall. Just be careful you don't become dizzy. Okay, one hand towards the opposite foot. If you can't reach your foot, reach to your ankle, to the outside of your lower leg. Try to rotate from your waist and through your spine rather than letting your hips go. So as you take your right hand towards your left foot, try not to let your hips push away to the left. Let's do 4 more on each side. Okay, 4 more. Great work. Last 3 on each side. Superb. Couple more. Don't forget the arm going up to the ceiling. Lift that arm up so that you open up through your chest. 1 more on this side. Excellent work. Back to the center. Feet stay wide. Cossack arms and a little squat and stand. Squat and stand. If you want to start with a smaller movement and gradually build into it, that's your choice. Or go straight into a nice deep squat. Okay, fantastic. Squat and stand. Good, good. 4 and 3. Superb. And 2 and 1. Bring it back up. Bring your arms down by your sides and step it in. Now hands onto your waist, and we're just going to do a small curtsy to each side. Now if you know that your knees don't like that, you can alternate here and open and close. Don't go too deep into this one. Collarbone, hip bone alignment, so don't tip yourself forward. Staying upright, stepping across that diagonal. Okay, and a little bend of those knees. Otherwise, remember, you've got the single leg. It would be a single leg opener, because if you're doing a double leg opener, you would be incorporating quite a leap, really, wouldn't you? Which you're very welcome to do. And if you do, please would you record it and share it with the rest of us. Otherwise, let's do another 10. 9, well done. 8, 7. Remember to keep your chest high. Watch you don't start leaning forward. Last 5. Great, everyone. Okay, couple more. And come back to your center. Feet a little wider, and I want you just to swing your arms. Get a twist through your spine and just swing your arms around you. If you want to pivot on the back foot, go ahead. If you want to keep both feet flat, that one's up to you. You may feel that pivoting on your back foot gives you a much bigger range. That might not be quite so comfortable. You may prefer to have both feet flat on the floor. Totally your call. Another 10 seconds here. Okay, last 5. Just a couple more. and back to the center. Perfect. Now, while I just run through set one, just keep moving, okay? Walking on the spot, rolling out your shoulders, maybe some slow-mo punching, whatever. Just keep your heart rate slightly elevated to keep the joints warm, keep the muscles warm. All right, minute on each set, remember, on each exercise. Exercise one, roll down. I like this, this is a big compound move. Now, option here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and into push-up and back up. Option 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Knees to the floor. Now, and please note, all the way to the floor, hands off the floor, push back up. You push back here, you don't push back here. So you lower down from that three-quarter position, push back up, and then you walk it back in. Okay, that's exercise number one. Then you grab your weights. I'm not going to demo that one. You know that one. You're onto your back and you're into your chest press. I'll run through that one with you when we get there, but you're all very familiar with that one. Same as you are with your diagonal raise. Lighter weight, don't go too heavy. Alternates or doubles, that's your call. Please note, it's a diagonal raise. It's not exactly side, so it's just slightly in front of your shoulder. And we then go for a weighted curtsy. Weight in front of the chest, curtsy, option to open and close. Alrighty? So come to the end of your mat. Give yourself some space. I will, as always, keep reminding you of everything, running through it all with you. Okay. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Roll down, walk out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Option 1, it's a fast mountain climb. Option 2, it's a slower one. Knees are to the floor. Breathe in as you lower down. Both hands come off the floor. Push yourself back up. Knees off the floor. Hips to the ceiling. Walk it back in. Roll up. Option to take your arms to the ceiling if that suits you. Mountain climb times 4. Okay, walking it out. You're not going to get many of these, so it's 4 times knee to chest. You may get 3 rounds. You may possibly get 4 rounds. Chest onto the floor, hands off the floor, then push yourself back up, hips to the ceiling and walk it back in. You've got just under 15 seconds. Can you get one more round out? So it goes fast, doesn't it, on this one, because it's a big compound move. Lots going on. Last 5 seconds. Finish the one you're on. Don't just stop halfway. Finish the one you're on. Come back through, stand tall. And roll it out. Light moves like that because it's whole body work. Shoulders, back, abs. Onto the floor, please. Kids, bring your weights with you. Ready for your chest press. Okay, so your elbows are wide. Your hands are palms facing forward. And press to the ceiling. And pull down. Okay, push away. Knees are bent. Feet are on the floor. Breathe out as you push away. Breathe in to lower. Now you could choose you're heavier for this one than you go for your side diagonal raise. Okay, because you've got the support of your chest as well as your shoulders and a little bit your back. Make sure strong through the center. We're over halfway. Now for this one, you're aiming to get between 8 and a maximum of 12. And you may not get to 8. That's okay. Definitely no more than 12. And if you're already past that, then you know I'm going to suggest you go a bit heavier with those weights, okay? Pushing away as you breathe out. Last 5 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring the weights to the floor. Well done. We're back up on our feet. So I chose to have it very much up and down for this first round, just to really get everything moving and get us busy. So I would suggest slightly lighter if you were lighter for diagonal raises. Feet parallel. 5 seconds till we start. Are you ready? 2, 1. So it's out to the side. Return. Now you've got the option of alternate sides. You've got the option of double, okay? Now remember, I know I say this every time, the weight should not go above shoulder level. So if you're rushing through this and the weights are up here, again, they're not heavy enough. You want to really be feeling that challenge. And remember, I talked about this before, as you lift that weight, work through here. So sometimes alternate sides can be a challenge of its own, because here, one side counterbalances the other, whereas here I've got to work much more through my waist to keep me stable. So that's an option for you to consider. Remember, the weights are coming slightly in front of the shoulders, not too much, but not directly to your sides, just very slightly in front of your shoulders. We've got 5 seconds to go. Woo-wee. Okay, put those weights down. You've got 20 seconds. And we're going to finish this round holding a weight to our chest. And we've got the curtsy or the single leg. Now, I would suggest you go a little bit heavier for this one if you feel that's okay for you. 5 seconds. Are you ready? And let's go. All right, so we get a nice rest after this. It's punchy. We have to crack on, move through it quite swiftly. So we're here or we are here. Okay, this is going to hit the glutes just the same, but maybe for those of you who are cautious about knee stability, you may find that that one suits you better. Both of them, make sure you're upright. You're not bringing your upper body weight forward. Okay, if you want to push yourself, take that back knee lower. If you want to push yourself, hover that leg to the side. So there's always ways to adapt, to progress, to increase that challenge. Woo! This round's gone quite quickly. Keep that weight up into your chest. Watch you don't lean forward into the weight. There's your additional challenge. Abdominal strength, holding you upright. Okay, you got 5 seconds. Last 3, 2, 1. Woo! Have a breather. Boom. Well done. Okay, get 2 whole minutes here. So grab some water, mobilize what feels tight, stretch out what feels tight, catch your breath, open a window, take your jumper off, blah, blah, blah. I'll just try and get my breath back. Quite stressed because I no longer have a kitchen. I've just got a bare room. Poor Lisa's going through it with me because I keep whinging to her. And it's quite a bit stressful actually. Okay, so next round, we are doing a suitcase squat. We did these last week. You're picking your suitcases up off the floor. Remember, I'm just showing you at the moment. You're going to march on the spot. So bend down, weights by the sides of the ankles and stand tall. Okay, knees are parallel. Let me take you back, please. Okay, so suitcase squat. From that, we're going into our deadlift. Okay, we want to be heavy with the deadlift. Weight in front of you, abs are strong. Stick your bottom right out behind you. It's a soft bend of the knees. When the weights get to about here, you don't want to bend your knees anymore. It becomes a squat. So there is a knee bend, but from here, the action is sending the hips back as you take the weights towards your shoelaces and then pull them back up. Take your time on that one. Think about your technique. Okay, and then we're onto the floor and we're going our bridge walk out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where am I? Sorry, weight is here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I know that possibly for 1 or 2 of you, that one may not suit. You may choose to go into a straight glute bridge. Okay, we then come to here, no weights, and we're going to go over to the side, back to the center, lower, lift, over to the side, back to the center, lower and lift. You get the gist, don't you? Okay, let me just reset him because I'm not sure what he's doing. Go away, go away, go away. Oh, shit. Okay, so we are starting with our suitcase squat. Grab your weights, 5 seconds. Okay, feet are parallel. 2, 1, let's go. Pick up your suitcases and stand tall. Now send your hips out behind you and then return. Look at your knees as you go down and make sure that your knees stay parallel. Don't have your feet too wide, all right? Keep your chest high. Remember, you're in the queue, shuffling along that God-forsaken check-in queue. And every time you bend down, pick up your suitcases to shuffle forward. You need to keep an eye on the line so that nobody else nips in front of you. So think of your eye line there. Okay, only 12 seconds. I realise that most of you are thinking, I don't know what she means by queuing at the airport. Does she not just go straight through and have someone carrying her luggage for her? Last 5, 4, no, I don't, 3. They don't do that on EasyJet. Okay, last one. Come back up. Nice work, everybody. Okay, so you have 20 seconds, and then we're coming into our deadlift. So, taking into account someone who's mentioned that they're being a little cautious with their hamstrings, for you, possibly, how about you change it up and you come into a squat plie, which has got nothing to do with hamstrings, but will keep you safely away from them as a choice. Or you could repeat your squat set. Okay, we've got 5 seconds. Weights in front of you, feet are parallel. Are you ready? So send your hips back. It's a soft bend of the knees. Take the weights down towards your shoelaces and pull back up. Now, what's key here? You don't have to go that low down. If you're a bit tight in the hamstrings, you may get as far as your knees and feel you can't go any further without wanting to bend your knees. So don't. Make sure the backs of the thighs are under load and then pull back up. Very easy to take this one into your back. So I want you to think about squeezing those abs hard as you can. Hips travel out behind you, weights slide down the front of the shins, but it's not about how deep you bend your knees. It's about pushing those hips back and away behind you. Great work. Okay, how are we doing? We have got 10 seconds. So with these ones, we're aiming for about 8 to 12 repetitions. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so our next exercise, we're on the floor. We have the weight on our hips and we're walking in and out of our bridge. We have 10 seconds. Again, for my friend who's watching their hamstring, maybe just going straight up, straight down. Otherwise, into bridge, and you walk out 1, 2, back, 2. Now, what's key here is that you don't let your hips drop down. I'm going to give you another option. Option 1, feet flat on the floor. Option 2, onto your heels, which will really turn up the heat on the hamstrings. Hips stay high. If it feels too intense for you, take the weight out of the way, work without it, but watch you don't let your hips sink down. Keep driving those hips up. Fabulous one. Give the glutes a really strong squeeze. We know we're loading the hamstrings, but we also really want to feel those glutes working, of course, for this one. Well done, everyone. Good, 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 good. Smaller move, not as complex. So, of course, we're going to get more repetitions for this move than for some of our, weighted ones. Last 5, last 3, 2, 1, and that is time. Okay, nice work. So for our last move in this block, double leg to the side, center, lower, return. Now, obviously we're working with trainers, so our legs are quite a bit heavier. Are you ready? You are here. Both legs over to side 1, to the center, lower, and lift and away. Now, if that's too intense, you can do exactly the same thing in tabletop, okay? You know the drill here. You keep your ribs super glued to the floor. You keep your shoulders super glued to the floor, and you just allow the pelvis to lift and rotate. Both legs to one side. They return to the center, both legs together, lower towards the floor, return to the center, and then the opposite side. Watch here that you're not allowing your lower back to start to arch away. Work more slowly. Think about your technique. Think about perfecting the move. Give it much more quality than rushing through and not engaging the appropriate muscles, okay? 5 seconds to go. Last 3, 2, 1. Bring your feet to the floor. Take your arms overhead. Take your legs out long into a full body stretch. Well done, everyone. Nice work. We are galloping through. Okay. So I said we had 4 rounds. I was a liar. We have 3 rounds, which makes sense when I looked at the clock and thought, hang on, what? Okay, so we have got a minute and a half. So next round, we're starting kneeling. Of course, if that doesn't suit you, come up to standing. Bicep curls, everyone knows these. Simple, straightforward bicep curls. Okay, then from here, we're going to our skull crush. Now this one, a little bit trickier. We did this with our light weights as well. Less range here. The weight is above your face, either side. Hinge at the elbow. The weight comes towards the front of the shoulder and drive straight back up. More challenge. The weight starts here and it comes further. So you've got much bigger range of movement and then pushes back up. It's insane how tricky this one can be. Be careful with your lower back. Your lower back is going to do its best to try and pop up. We then go into Superman. But we're going to give Superman, he's going to salute Iron Man as he goes past. Okay, so you're going to have one arm long, you're going to lift both arms, both legs, and you're going to salute and turn that way and then lower. So he's just saluting at the Avengers on his way through. Okay, and then halfway through, we swap hands. I'm dead creative like that. And then we finish this round with a high-low plank. So we are here, down, up, and each time swap the leading hand. I know you're dying to get cracking. I know, me too. That's exciting, isn't it? Got about 30 seconds. Bicep curl, kneeling. Skull crush, Superman with a salute. High-low plank. So kneeling ideally, okay? Otherwise you're standing. Woo-wee, 10 seconds. Pick up your weapons of choice. All right, 5 seconds. You ready? Let's go. Now again, to adapt here, you could alternate arms so that you get a little bit more rest. You're going to possibly have a bigger weight here than when you go to your triceps, your skull crush. That's absolutely fine. And this is a familiar move. It's a small and fairly simple move. So you may expect to get more repetition. To increase the challenge, quite simply, go heavy so that you're only getting 8 or 10. If you get to 15 or 20 on this round, fair enough, because I didn't give you that sort of prep and because we're pushing through quite swiftly. But if you wanted to turn the heat up on this one, slow it down and go heavier. I mean, by now it's already starting to get pretty heavy, right? We've got 10 seconds. Nice work. Elbows narrow right into the chest. Last 5, 3, 2. That is your time. I would propose, if you found that easy there, stay with those. If you were really lifting heavier, I would propose go a little lighter for your skull crush. Are you ready? You've got 5 seconds. You're onto your back, arms to the ceiling, and let's go. We've got a weight in each hand. Now you just hinge at the elbow, so your upper arm doesn't move. You just hinge at the elbow. The weight goes to either side of your head, or reduce the range and the weight comes down to your shoulder. So you start and finish with the weights above your face. Option 1, you start and finish with the weight slightly behind your head. Option 2, we're over halfway. Now just send the bottom ribs into the floor. Just be careful that your lower back isn't trying to arch away. Protect your lower back. Your thoracic area is going to try and get involved to help, because it's not dissimilar to the tricep pullover that hits the middle back. Okay, you were probably thinking that, weren't you? Now, really strong into that center. I know I say it endlessly, but it's really key. Last 3, 2, 1, and take those weights away. We're into our Superman with our salute. So put the weights out of the way. You're onto your front, one arm long, one arm under your forehead. 3, 2, 1. We lift everything, rotate, turn underneath that armpit and lower down. Take your time with this one, find your way with it. Both legs stay straight. Your knees are going to do their best to bend. Don't let them. If your legs are the width of the mat, Could you try and bring them a little closer? I don't know when you last watched an Avengers movie, but they don't tend to fly with their feet wide. Can we swap sides? You need to salute to the opposite side. Leading with that long arm, powering through the clouds. Legs are straight. Lift from the hip. Lengthen out of the front of the knee. Lift up through the elbow. Look underneath your shoulder. Fantastic work all the way through the back of the body. Nearly there, everyone. Stay with me. Last 5. Last 3, 2, 1. Okay, we got 20 seconds. And then we finish this round in a high-low plank. If, for whatever reason, shoulders don't like that, hold a static plank, okay, into a low plank. Okay, 5 seconds. Are you ready? So we're down onto our forearms, push back up. But each time you transition, change the leading arm. Try not to stick your bottom in the air. Keep your shoulders down. Too intense, come down onto your knees. Exactly the same thing from a 3/4 position. All right, slow it down, keep your pace. Try not to just speed up, slow down. So work a little more slowly. Watch if your legs are straight, if you're not rocking your hips from side to side. Watch that you're not arching your back. So 3/4 pose, totally fine. Or into that full and straight leg. Okay, remember what I said about January? In like a lamb and out like a lion. Well, I'm afraid we're starting to turn the temperature up a bit. Okay, we're nearly there. Last 5, 3, 2. Ooh-wee, well done. Brilliant work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so good news. We're going to repeat round 1 again. I know. Ta-da! I know, it's quite exciting. Okay, so good news, isn't it? Let me just stop here. We're going to repeat round 1 because we know what we're doing. So you're onto your feet, you're going to roll down, you're going to walk out into mountain climb. The duration is shorter, okay? So we're doing 45. All right, stand at the end of your mat, please. And what we're going to do is, hold on, let me just speed this up. Hold on 1 second, sorry. Come on. Okay, stand at the end of the mat. Are you ready? Let's go. Forward, over, down. Walk out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mountain climb, fast or slow, that's up to you. 2 each side. Knees to the floor is an option. Lower down, chest on the floor, both hands off the floor. Push yourself back up, knees off the floor and walk it back in. We'll probably get 3 more rounds in, maybe 2, depending on the pace. It's not a rush. So power those knees into a fast mountain climb if you wish. Slower if that's better for you today. Okay, we've got 1 more to do before we move on. So much quicker turnaround this time. Let's just do 1 more round here. Well done, everyone. Okay, 5 seconds. Where are you at with it? Coming up and out of it. Okay, up onto your feet. And we're down now. Grab your weights, chest press. Let's go straight into it. Pick up those weights onto your back. Chest press, you'd go with the same sort of weight as you did with your bicep curl. Are you ready? And off you go. Stop it, you. Be quiet. I'm going to turn him down because he's quite distracting. Chest press. Okay, so taking your arms out into a capital E and drive straight back up. Don't worry, we'll have time for a stretch after this. I'll make sure of it. Well done. Good work, everybody. 10 seconds. Breathe in to lower. Breathe out to push up. Well done. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Weapons on the floor, please. So up onto your feet and we're going straight into our curtsy, weighted curtsy. Pick up a weapon of choice into the chest and off we go. Alternative is here. Okay, take that back knee down, chest stays high, shoulders back. Well done. Sorry, don't know, cobbled together this last round. Sorry about that. I'm quite sure where my timings have gone this morning. Last 15. Well done. Keep that chest tight. Very tempting to start to lean forward. Stay upright. Okay. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is time. Okay. Well done. So we're going to finish this round with our diagonal raise. So just change the order slightly there for no reason other than I misread my notes. I'll be honest, because I know somebody will spot it. Feet parallel. All right, are you ready? So we're going to take our arms just very slightly in front of the shoulder line, only slightly. Remember, alternates as a choice, but no higher than shoulder height. Well done. Breathe out as you lift, breathe in as you lower. Brilliant work. Excellent, 20 seconds. Each time you lift your arms, give your abs a really good squeeze. Excellent work. Okay, we're down to our last 10. Breathe out as you lift. Good work. Okay. Last 5, 4, 3, 2. We can do one more. And relax. Okay, just as a little treat, put the weights to the floor. And we're going to finish with a roll-up move. Let me show you. Cossack arms, legs together. You're going to roll down, roll up, rotate, roll down. Join me when you're ready. Roll up, rotate. Try and keep your legs together. Feet flex, drive your legs into the floor. Arms are in Cossack position. Roll down. Arms towards the forehead. Roll up, rotate. Well done. We're already halfway. Fantastic. Great work, everybody. Keep it going. Good, good, good. So I'm going to keep changing these Friday classes just to keep us all on our toes. Well, obviously one of us ought to know what's coming, but the rest of us will be on our toes. Okay. One of us should have a bit of a clue. Well done. Last 5, 3, 2, 1, and have a breather. So today, slightly longer workout, slightly shorter recovery. Another week, what we'll do is slower work, much more intense with the weight, and then have a longer mobility just to keep it varied and to have a bit of a mishmash. So I want you please to come down onto your back, knees and feet together, and just drop your knees away to one side. You can keep your trainers off now if it suits you. Just allow your knees to drop away to one side. And consciously slow your breathing. Get everything back under control. Knees back to your center and away to the other side. Well done. Think about trying to stay long through your neck, heavy through your shoulders. Let's do that one more time each way. So our obliques were working with that previous the one we've just done, the rotation, but also, as I said to you before, with the side raises. Surprising how much work we put into that waist in order to give us support and stability. Let's just do one more to the other side, but also here, spine twist, back of the pelvis, etc. Nice work, everybody. Come back to your center and just wiggle your feet a few inches apart back into a neutral position. And let's just have a few pelvic tilts. Now, as you're doing this, let's practice some breath work to slow everything down. So I'd like you to breathe in for 4, hold for 5, and breathe out for 6. Okay, breathe in for 4, hold for 5, and breathe out for 6. It's a really powerful way to reduce our heart rate, to calm the whole neuromuscular system down. Progress your pelvic tilts and go into a small bridge, a small roll up, and roll down. Don't go into full range because we don't want to think about strength here. We just want to think mobility and recovery and really exaggerate that pelvic tilt. Gently does it. Work at your own pace. Don't take my pace as your guide. Watch that you're not sitting into your heels. A little bit more work into the toes. Sorry, not the toes, the balls of the feet. It's quite easy if you're in trainers to sit into your heels because the trainers offer support. So that's only one thing about it I've noticed, is that not always getting the true connection through both feet. So just being aware, putting your Pilates, lessons into play there. Okay, bring yourself back down onto the floor. Try and keep going with that breath work if you can. I know you may forget from time to time, but then just bring yourself back to it and give your knees a hug. Just enjoy that stretch into your lower back, and maybe you may want to just gently rock from side to side across the back of the pelvis, or you may prefer a static hold. So in the library, we've got all sorts of different strength classes. We've got the sequences, so we have sort of 1 week push, 1 week pull. We've got classes like that. Obviously, we've got the full-on weight training, which we are going to visit. Today was a bit more circuits based, so a little bit more punchy, hence not going heavy with the weights. And as I say, we'll just keep mixing it up, which I think is a really good way for us to work. It's good for the body not to predict what's coming. It's a good way to just keep sort of surprising the muscular system so it doesn't anticipate. Come back to the center, take 1 foot to the floor, take 1 leg to the ceiling. And also, as I said before, for you to not always know what's coming, otherwise it just gets boring. So I think it gets boring anyway. Now you're holding gently to the back of the leg. Just very gently draw your leg back towards you. And when you meet that resistance, hold it and flex your foot. I haven't really done much calf work today, maybe a little bit when we did the bridge walking out. And then relax your toes, and you might take your leg a little bit further into the stretch. Don't force it, of course. Hold it and flex your foot. Watch you're not fighting your leg here. So if you feel you are fighting it, then just relax slightly. If you've got a bit of a shake, that's okay. A little bit of some new neural pathway is going to kick in. Relax, bend your knee. Now turn your knee out and take your foot across the opposite knee and open that knee away, taking your foot with it. Get a nice twist through the spine and just get into those glutes. Glutes have worked pretty hard. They had to stabilize this with a suitcase squat and load. They did, what else? The curtsies, of course, and holding us upright in the bridge walking out. So glutes have been hit pretty hard this morning. Okay, come slowly back center. Pop that foot to the floor. And before you lift your other leg, just have 10 seconds or so and do a few more pelvic tilts. Just let everything reset. How are you going on with your breathing? It's a really lovely little tool to just, as I say, calm everything down. Okay, relax your spine, bring your other leg away, take hold of the back of your thigh and reach your toes to the ceiling. And just gently, slowly draw your leg towards you. And as soon as you meet the point of resistance, hold it. And then put your toes to the floor and push your heel away. Okay, if there's ever anything sharp, then come straight back out of it. But if it's just tight and a bit grumpy, be brave. Stay there. The muscles are warm. They're going to be more pliable. We can encourage better stretch. Now point your toes and see if you can encourage your leg to go a little further into the stretch. If all you do is bend your knee, then don't bother, because that's not progressing it at all. It's just your body cheating without you necessarily realizing. So keep that leg long. Encourage your leg back towards you. And again, point your, push your heel to the ceiling, push your toes to the floor, and just move it down into the calf again. We have a big chunky muscle. The muscle that, is the most obvious is called the gastrocnemius, big chunky muscle, and it can really get tight. And my runners, and I've got a lot of runners in my classes, that muscle typically bulks up much more quickly than what we have as a tibialis anterior at the front. And it can give us the impression of shin splints because it's pulling the muscle at the front against the shin. So calf stretch is really important. Now relax, bend your knee, turn your knee out, take your foot across the opposite knee and take it out and away. I remember learning about that back in my running days. So the muscle down the front of the shin, much, as I say, tibialis, anterior being the front, much smaller. And if you've got a very well-developed calf muscle, it's pulling against the shin. It's pulling the front of the muscle there backward, and it can make the shins really tender. So lots of people thinking they've got shin splints, and actually they just need to do a lot of calf stretching. Okay, gently does it. Come back to the center. Bring your foot to the floor, and I want you, please, just to take both arms overhead, palms up, and take your arms into a big Y, and then bring them down by your sides. And again, arms up overhead into a big Y and down by your sides. Let's just do 3 or 4 more like this. So mobilizing here through the shoulders, opening up through the front of the chest. Now those circles that we started our warm up with, please will you do at least 10 and preferably 30 of those slowly at some point during the rest of today. Whenever you do this class, it's a super way to open up through the chest. Think of the push-ups you did, the planks you did. Okay, it's a great way to open up through the chest. We're not going to do it now because we're running out of time. Arms back down by your sides, roll to one side. Bring yourself into 4-point kneeling. Tuck your toes in, hips to the ceiling, and press your heels to the floor. Find that calf stretch. Walk your hands back in. Slowly roll yourself back up, stand tall. Okay, bring both arms to the ceiling. So those big arm circles, that's the one I'd like you to do. Okay, but we're just going to do another roll down. So in your own time later today, but slowly do them. And when you do the arm circles, what's important is you keep your arms straight. Roll slowly back up so that you can really open up through the chest. We spend far more time in flexion than we do in extension. So we need to be really aware of that. And I'm conscious today, we did a lots of flexion work. So just remember that one, okay? It's such a simple one to do, but it's so effective. Well done, everyone. Anything there, as always, I cannot stress it enough. If there was a particular exercise that just doesn't feel right, you don't feel safe, you know, your hip just lets you down, there's something going on with your back, you just don't feel safe, let me know. Let's look at it and we'll give you an alternative so that you can do the whole class safely, but maybe make the odd tweak here or there. You're amazing. Well done.